Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me. Your support is appreciated. If you're new to the channel, I hope you find it useful. I hope you get some benefits from it. Any questions, drop me a message or join one of my communities. Links down in the description down below. What we're doing today, we're doing a wide leg fold, but a seated variation. Yeah, we're doing the seated wide leg fold. So I was just thinking whether I've done the standing one. I don't think I have. So we're going to park our bums down on the floor. You're going to potentially need props depending on how tight your hips are, but just watch. You'll figure it out as we go. I'll actually face you this time. So feet going as wide as they can. Mindful of the inside of the knees here. Wider the feet are, more tension down the inside of the knees. So just be mindful of that. So tight hips, big problem, you know. It's not always hamstrings, it can be like hips. I know people that have got super supple hamstrings, so they can come straight into a forward fold with absolute ease. So their hamstrings aren't a problem, their chest is down to their shins. I can't do that. Their chest is down to their shins, they've got a beautiful forward fold, absolutely no problem at all. You take the feet out wide and they're like, ooh, I can't go anywhere. So skeletal system, muscular system, it's all pushes and pulleys. Everybody's going to be different. So again, use of props are really good. If you know you've got tight hips, what can help, not for everybody, but what can help is just having a block underneath the bum. And we aim to have the sit bones, you'll see from this side angle, you aim to have the sit bones just off the front edge. So when you're sitting onto a block, you kind of hear, but with the sit bones off the front edge, it gives you a little bit of anterior tilt of the pelvis, a forward tilt of the pelvis. So just having the sit bones just off the front can help with that little tilt forward, okay? Not for everybody, but for some people, it's just that little bit extra that gives you a little bit more space moving forward, okay? Yang practices tend to, people have their feet, they kind of just relax in their feet, they point their toes, they roll out to the side. It's what I like about a wide leg fold, it actually draws the feet in a little bit with the wide leg. So if you're here, when I relax, my feet go out. I need to stabilise my glute medius to pull the feet back in. So you can just try that experiment with you. When you put your feet out in front, where do they, some people's feet are like that, some people's feet are like that, some people's are like that, some people's are like that. So just to see where you are, you'll see the different dynamic, even just hitting it. Just relax your legs, let the legs drop to wherever. So the problem here would be if I was in a yin practice and fold, the knees pop out because of that external rotation, whereas when I do that and fold, it keeps the feet in. So I get more activation down the back of the legs here in surrender. So the positioning of the feet makes a difference to the activation of the muscles down the back of the leg. So what we want to do in our, what we're after doing, is we want to flex the feet, okay? Dorsal flexion, plantar flexion, dorsal flexion. So we're pulling, so we're engaging here, we're pulling the feet back towards the body, okay? Confident lift up through the chest, so we're getting a nice neutral spine. Everybody, because they want to get closer to the floor, they want to get into their forward fold, they're like this. Closing down, reaching forward, but rounding into the back here. What we're after, and I'm not going to have a very deep forward fold, probably deeper than some, but so we get the length through the spine first. Hands down the back of the leg. I like to say, just take the hands down the back of the leg. Everybody goes fingers, and as soon as you take your fingers to your toes, you're encouraging that rounding of the back. So if you start here, back nice and straight, shoulders retracting, hands shuffle down the back of the legs. And even if you get to here, feet flex, so we're not pointing the toes, pull the toes back. Even if we get to here with the shoulders peeling back, ooh, engage, muscles engaging, quads drawing into the hip flexors, or hip flexors engaged, drawing in the quads, hip flexors engaged, drawing in the abdominal muscles. Okay, so we're folding, we're pivoting from the hips. That's where we're pivoting from. We're not rounding from the back to get here. We're pivoting from the hips, taking the heart off the top of the mat. Okay? Feet flex, pulling back. A little bit of extra energy through the arms if you need to pull the shoulder blades back, to pull the heart forward. Nice and neutral through the neck, so we're not tucking the chin. We're not opening up, just let the neck follow the line of the spine. Core engaged, hip flexors engaged, quads engaged. So you get that stabilisation through the front of the body, and then you get to release down the back of the body. Okay, does that make sense? So try and let go of the knee to get your forehead to the floor. It's the same when we're doing forward fold here. People tuck down round here, they're taking their forehead to their knees. We want to take the heart forward to the toes. So wide leg fold, heart off the top of the mat, shoulder blades pinch back. Even though the chest is moving forward, the shoulder blades move backwards. This is where we fold from. Nice abdominal engagement, helps stabilise the back as well. So try not to be floppy in the feet. Try and bring nice engagement up through the legs, into the hips, into the core. Try and keep the back shoulder blades retracting. Okay, what you do with your hands doesn't really matter when you're working with the pose. Over time, you take the hands to the toes, you take the hands to the outside of the feet. Your chin will be down on the floor, your chest will be down on the floor. Yeah, blocks again, parking your bum onto a block gets the hips up, can give you that little bit of extra space to move forward if you've got tight hamstrings. But taking the hips off the floor onto blocks is going to be a much deeper, intense stretch into the back of the legs. So always check in with what's available. Again, we never need to be 100% in any pose. Okay, it's not about that. It's not about force and effort. It's about consistency of practice and repetition. The consistency of the movement, the consistency of the stretch, daily, whatever's available. I used to practice twice daily. That's when I got my physical practice really improved vastly. I'm not practicing like that anymore. I'm more breathwork and meditation because of the living situation at the minute. I would like to get back into my physical practice, but I've lost a little bit of suppleness, but I've gained more peace. So yeah, that's wide leg fold, seated. It's much the same as a standing wide leg fold if you were here. It's the same sort of principle. You fold from the hips, weight to toes, feet flexed, shoulders back, boom. So, exactly the same pose, just standing versus seated. And we can do a roll back, maybe. Another day. Peace out, guys. Hope you found it useful. If you do, like and subscribe to the channel. Ding the bell so you get notifications. I try and get a video out 12:30 every Friday. Pretty consistent with that, but life is life sometimes. So yeah, much love. Peace out.